Khazanah Nasional Berhad is a sovereign wealth fund owned by the Malaysian government. Established in 1993 during Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad's first premiership, its objectives are to grow financial assets and diversify revenue sources of the country. Additionally, it will also be holding strategic assets that could bring long-term economic benefits to the country. According to Khazanah's strategy mandate in 2005, the first pillar is legacy investment. This means that the sovereign wealth fund will be focusing on long-term investments that will shape the nation in the future. However, that was not the case for the past decade, as Khazanah had gone through numerous changes and had strayed away from its initial objective. Looking back at the portfolio of Khazanah in 2005, its assets can be separated into three core businesses. They are infrastructure, finance, and industrial. Transportation, property, power, media, and communication fall under the provision of infrastructure. Those businesses will provide shelter for the Malaysians, roads connecting them, and improve their living standard with power and communication. Meanwhile, the financial institutions will provide capital for the private and capital sector. Most importantly, Khazanah was established with Tun Mahathir's aspiration of turning Malaysia with heavy industry propelling the economy. This is where the Look East policy also fit into the picture. Khazanah used to own Proton Holdings, the first automotive company in Malaysia. Consequently, Malaysians would not only be benefited by having their own products, but more job opportunities were created and skill transfer can be experienced. Ideally, Malaysia would become a nation of production instead of being a nation of consumption. Unfortunately, Khazanah had strayed away from the strategy in the past decade. Khazanah sold its share to DRB Highcom in 2012, which was eventually bought over by Geely, an automotive company from China. On the other hand, Khazanah diversified its investments, covering healthcare, leisure and tourism, sustainable development, consumer, life sciences, agri-food, education, and creative industry. It even bought some stakes from Alibaba Group, a multi-billion-dollar company known for its e-commerce platform. However, Khazanah became a service provider, moving away from the industrial and public industry. It had changed its focus on management rather than moving the real economy. Hence, Khazanah experienced a restructuring in 2018. It was reported that the sovereign fund will be selling some of its shares and the revenue would be used for reinvestments of other assets. Hopefully, the restructuring plan would be able to turn things around, putting Khazanah back into its initial objective of making legacy investment which would further improve the nation's economy.